Spiced chicken wraps are really quick and easy to make, and for this recipe I'm using these lovely little mini chicken fillets. So that's them there, Borbia quality mark. They're corn fed, so they're fed with maize, and they're lovely and soft and tender, great in a stir fry. All I've done is with some rapeseed oil, which I'll show you in a minute, and I just put in a little bit of this harissa spice, literally a teaspoonful. I want to show you the colour of this, it's fabulous. So it's all organic, it's from Oko and they're based in Athlone, and they also do this Cajun spice. You could use either, you could use even curry powder, it's up to you, whatever you want. With the harissa spice, there's a little bit of a kick. So if we just bring it over here and I can just show you. So a little bit of the rapeseed oil, but 2 spoonfuls of that, 1 teaspoonful of the harissa, and this has been marinating here really nicely at room temperature for the last 30 minutes, which is perfect. Now you can do this overnight in the fridge, and I just turn it over, I just want to show it to you, just the way it takes out all those lovely kind of colours from that harissa spice. This is beautiful, this spice mixed with some butter. Actually, I'll keep that for a minute because I need that. Mixed with some butter, and it's really, really nice if you smear it over some chicken breast in with pasta and fish. So, griddle pan or a barbecue, whatever you want, you can put these onto skewers. There's loads of different ways, but we're going to do a simple wrap. So I have a wrap already kind of preheating just in the oven. You want to make sure that it's nice and hot when you do this, and then just literally arrange it. So I will use up this lovely marinade, and the beautiful thing about these little fillets, so this is underneath the chicken breast, is that they cook so fast. Touch of salt and a little bit of black pepper. So the key into this is to cooking it really really fast and to have it at room temperature. And that marinade will give so much flavour, and also that lovely colour, you'll see it coming through in that. So I'll keep the pan nice and high, just turn it down ever so slightly, and then we're going to do a lovely little mango, dressed mango, and then some tomatoes and a sweet chilli mayonnaise. Couldn't be easier. So we'll do our little tomatoes first. Our cherry tomatoes, which are lovely and sweet. I'm just literally going to cut them in half. And we're going to put a little bit of the rapeseed oil into it, and we're going to give lots of nice flavour to these lovely vine tomatoes. So just cut them in half. One thing I really like with the tomatoes is a little bit of lemon zest, but I also have lime. You can use either, but a little bit of citrus just works really, really well. So just with the lemon zest, grate that over. Little touch of that. A splash of balsamic vinegar, and this is just the 3-year-old balsamic vinegar, just a splash. Here we go, it's a nice splash. We're going to put in some oil. We just have a little look at our chicken just before we put the oil in. They're cooking up lovely. Flip them over. This one's going to take a little bit longer because it's a little bit more plump. So a splash of the oil, and then what we're going to do next is a little bit of fresh basil and a pinch of sea salt. This is great if you're doing any kind of burgers or any kind of summer recipes. I love the tomatoes done like this. So with your lovely little bit of basil, if you can cut this really, really nice and thin, and then just mix this all together, you're going to get lovely, lovely freshness there. Sprinkle that all over. And there you have it. Just get a spoon, stir it all through. I'm going to turn down my pan, and then you're just combining everything. Maybe another little bit more vinegar. I love the vinegar. I'd nearly put a straw into that bottle and drink it. I love it, so I do. So this is lovely even over sourdough bread with a fried egg or a poached egg, and it really is a lovely way of enhancing the flavour of tomatoes. So with that lovely oil, see how colourful that is? We're going to drizzle this all over. See, you've had raw chicken in this, so you want to make sure that you cook this out. That's really important. Pan is turned down. I'm going to flip it over again. You could, if you wanted to put maple syrup or honey, a little bit of lemon or lime, whatever you want, you can jazz it up. I'm going to put a little touch of lemon just over it. Just literally over the chicken. And that will give lovely freshness. So lemon works really well with the chicken. Okay, some mayonnaise, just some regular mayonnaise. We're going to use this really nice sweet chili sauce. They're from Pull On Foods. So, and it separates. So all you got to do is just give it a really good shake to mix it all together. And then a good drizzle of this. And then into that we're going to put in some lime. Just a little squeeze of lime in here. Just a squeeze, that's all you want, and mix this all together. So it's not too spicy, and this is great for wraps for your kids. The lime will loosen it up. Just give it a nice little mix. Couldn't be easier. Tomatoes done, mayonnaise done. Now we're going to do our mango. Before I do that, I'm going to flip over my chicken again. And as I say, because they're so thin, they don't take long to cook. This one here just might take a little bit longer because it's just a little bit thicker. And they're tender and they're soft, and honestly that chicken is really good. Really lovely flavour. Some mango, when you're getting the mango, everyone, if you can try and get them nice and ripe, so kind of press them that they're nice and soft, and if they're anyway hard, don't worry, just don't put them into the fridge. Keep them at room temperature, and just using the point of the knife, you have a little flat stone, and I'm just going to use a little bit of the mango, I don't need it all, and then we just literally remove the skin. A little bit fiddly this part, just take your time when you're doing this, especially when the mango is really nice and ripe. You just take that off. Lovely. Switch off the pan, and then we slice this really nice and thin. So I'll just show you that. You kind of fan that out there. It doesn't really matter how you do it. You can chop it, but it makes it easier that when you put it into the wrap, that when you cut through it, that it will definitely, you'll be getting a nice piece of mango. They're lovely. I've switched off the gas. It kind of catches in your throat, pardon me, because of the harissa spice. It's quite strong, so it is. Even Imelda's feeling it, I think so. A little bit of rapeseed oil over your mango to season it, because it is sweet, but a tiny touch of salt, and then I really like lime over it. So it's up to you. You can use lemon. I'm going to use lime, and I'm also going to put a little bit of some lime juice in this. And that's it. That's it all done there. So you have your lovely tomatoes done with basil, oil, vinegar, fresh basil, a little bit of salt and lemon zest, and then you have your mango there. So I'm just going to get my wraps, which are in the oven, or one wrap should I say. I've just covered it in tin foil just to keep it from drying out, and that it keeps nice and kind of soft, which is really important. You could put it onto the pan if you want to. I just like that it's nice and it's nice and soft, which is really important. Okay, so when we're doing this, we're going to literally just smear just with the back of the spoon. Smear that all over. So that's our mayonnaise with the sweet chili sauce. Then we have our lovely cause salad. So I've just literally washed this. I really like this salad because there's a nice bit of crunch to it. And I'm literally just going to turn this around here and cut this down. And then we're going to just arrange it like that. Okay, next thing is our mango. So you can have a lot of this done ahead, which is just the beautiful thing about this recipe. It's quick, it's simple, and it's very, very tasty, excuse me. That's the spice. Okay, now, so just arrange your lovely mango there. That just sits on top. And then your couple of pieces of chicken. I like the way they've kind of now cooked. They're nice and kind of golden brown, but that really is those spices. Those spices are just fabulous. So I think maybe 3 might be enough. I've probably done 1 extra, which is absolutely fine. 2 or 3. And then you can just roll this up here. This is the fun part. So you roll this up and kind of press it, and then just maybe a serrated edge knife might be easier, just to cut through it. And you can see that lovely chicken, which is succulent and cooked through the mango. You can add more salad, of course you can. We're just going to serve this up here. Bring it over the dish. Very posh, isn't it? It's kind of a dish here, but it is so tasty. And the key is that really good chicken and our lovely little tomato salsa, which is on the side. Just serve separately, or you can put that into the wrapper. You can do this with big tomatoes, I should have said that, and get all that lovely dressing. Then our extra mayonnaise. So that's that nice sweet chili sauce and mayonnaise and a little bit of lime. And then we're wrapped with that lovely soft delicious chicken, which is slightly spiced. It's in no way overly spicy or anything like that. And I think this is a really quick and simple recipe that hopefully all the family will enjoy. I love the combination of the mango, which is sweet, and a little bit of sour with the lime, that soft kind of spicy chicken, the mayonnaise obviously, the warm wrap, and then the tomatoes. So that's a really, really simple, quick recipe. The key is the really good quality chicken, and those little kind of mini fillets which cook, and they're so tender, they're just wonderful. I love making homemade goujons with them. So that's a very, very simple recipe. That is my spiced chicken wrap with some mango and a little tomato salsa. Thank you so much.